WPTV.
Welcome back to the desk. We've got 4 weeks left in the NFL regular season, and Johnston, Samory, Steve, and Breanna are here to pass the pigskin. A little bit of a somber note here. Ron Rivera fired by the Panthers a couple days ago. Justin, was that the right move?
First, let's take a look at Ron Rivera's stats and how he's compared as a coach for the Panthers. Obviously, 8 seasons with the Panthers, 76, 63, and 1 tie. Postseason, he was 3-4. Obviously, the one being the Super Bowl 50 loss, most notable. But he also had 2 Coach of the Year awards in 2013 and 15. Even though he had 3 winning seasons, he made the Panthers a respectable team since when John Fox left, right? He turned Cam Newton into an MVP. He did a lot good for the franchise, and obviously when, ownership turned over, the move was to eventually move on from Rivera. But I think since what he did for the franchise, they should have given him the respect to close out the season. Maybe it was the right move, but not at the right time.
Samory?
I definitely agree with Justin. Somebody that decorated and somebody who he played for the 85 Bears, he won a championship. He has a lot of defensive mindsets, defensive schemes. They were one of the best defensive teams in the NFL for a long time with Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis in the middle. But like Justin said, somebody like that, you got to let him finish the season out. It was a little blasphemy that they didn't.
But Steve, do you think that it was just time for the Panthers to move on?
Not yet, at least till the end of the season. All right, imagine being good at your job for all these years now and then just getting let go. All right, this guy, yeah, right. It's not
what
fair.
happened to me.
You're moving on to bigger and better things, though. But he was good at his job. He transitioned from Newton to Kyle Allen just like that too. Not many coaches can train a quarterback to transition that quickly. Even though the record doesn't show it this year, I don't think he deserves to be fired yet.
Breanna?
I honestly think the Panthers were looking for a scapegoat, and this was it. Ron Rivera was an amazing coach. I think he's going to go on to do better things with other teams. I just think it wasn't the right timing.
I mean, they're trying to scapegoat Cam Newton too, but
Still got to pay him millions.
That is the truth.
So was it last year that 8 NFL head coaches were fired right after the season?
Yep.
Something like that. Yeah. There's probably going to be a lot more firings this season.
He's going to have a job soon.
Yeah.
Because there's firings.
But let's talk about the firing. Steve, do you think any other of the coaches are going to get the boot?
I do. Local team in the state, in New Jersey, Pat Shurmur. He's not good. He's not good. I don't know why the Giants hired him. He's not good at all. Season with the Giants, 2 seasons with the Giants. That's nothing so far. Regular season record though, 7-21. Yeah. I'm sorry, Giants fans. I'm sorry, but their current record is 2-10. Total division wins 2 and total home wins 3. 3
home wins.
3 home wins. You're playing home at MetLife Stadium. You're not getting the job done. When the Giants hired McAdoo, I don't know why they did that. Why the Giants hired Shurmur, I don't know why they did that. Shermer's not the man. He's out of there.
Yes, I need the head cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys to come up. Jason Garrett's got to go. He's been doing this for some time now. He's only had 2 playoff wins in his career. He's not getting it done. He has all this talent in his team, but can't do anything with it. I think Jerry Jones is starting to open up his eyes and say, this guy's got to go.
Samory?
Well, as the only Jaguar fan that I know, Doug Marrone, you got to go. I'm sorry. Doug, you've been trying. It's just not it. He's had 3 years with the Jaguars. He got to the AFC title game once, and they kind of got cheated out by the Death Star, but we're going to talk about that. It's going to make my blood boil. But he's finished in last place twice, and it's going to be another last place finish this year. And with the talent he had the best defense in the NFL for 2 years. Nothing out of it. So you know what? You got to get the boot.
And guess what? The Colts beat the Jaguars this year.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's all right.
I'd go with Falcons head coach Dan Quinn.
You've been on his butt the entire
on
season.
Radio, on here, everywhere.
It's correct.
Since that Super Bowl collapse, the Falcons have not been the same.
Never.
Matt Ryan has regressed from an MVP to basically a glorified game manager. The only bright spot left is Julio Jones.
That's it.
And for the sake of the franchise, they should move on from Dan Quinn and just trade Julio Jones to bigger and better places and just restart the franchise.
So, from people who have a limited shelf life to a team that has stuck around like a chronic cough, the New England Patriots.
The Death Star?
Yeah.
That's
they're
who they
10-2, but they have shown some weaknesses. Samory, what have they been struggling with this year?
You know what? I'm just going to say it. Tom Brady is the reason the Patriots are bad. You know what? Tom Brady right now, he sucks. And that's just me being frank. And if you would, let's take a comparison. Let's just look at it. It's crazy. Mitchell Trubisky and Tom Brady are exactly the same since week 4.
God.
Mitchell Trubisky. Do you know how bad he is? You know how bad they talk about him? But, it's Tom Brady. I have 6 rings. Nobody's going to talk bad about me. Tom Brady, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen. But you know what? He got to get it together. They call him the GOAT. Let's see if he's really the GOAT.
Tell us how you really feel, pal.
Tom Brady sucks.
Okay.
And so does the Patriots.
Justin, what do you got?
Let's go with basically what's Tom Brady's boss, the offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels. He's been around what seems like forever. He took a little bit of a vacation, went to Denver, ran that team into the ground a little bit. But the offense for the Patriots has just become stagnant. The typical just throw to Element across the middle. That's become, the same thing. Gronk isn't there anymore. They don't use Sony Michel for whatever reason anymore. Rex Burkhead is a ghost. And James White he's not what he was in the Super Bowl.
He's a wide receiver.
Exactly. McDaniels doesn't call the right plays, and he doesn't do the right scheme. It starts with him.
Breanna?
It's the defense. Defense is staying out there way too long. They're getting dried up. Drives are going 6 and 7 minutes. They're still out there. Their offense is getting washed out within a minute. That's the biggest reason why they're going down.
Steve, round us out.
Hey, Tom Brady's fine.
No, he's not.
He's fine.
Did you
Let's
see the
go with that.
comparison?
Tom Brady's fine. He's the greatest of all time. But
I don't care.
You can't be the greatest
Did
of
you
all
see
time if you don't have any offensive weapons to help you out.
Mitchell Trubisky and Tom Brady have the same stats.
Mitchell Trubisky did great last night against the Cowboys. Did you see that?
And he still sucks, just like Tom Brady.
He did fantastic against a great Cowboys defense. But back to Tom Brady.
Great Cowboys defense.
Yeah, good defense.
What?
Good defense. Their defense is fine. All right, back to Tom Brady not having any weapons. All right, what Julian Edelman's kind of doubtful for this week right now. Let me name their 3 receivers that they are going to start as of right now. Philip Dorsett, N'Keal Harry, and Jacoby Myers.
Wait. But if Tom Brady's a GOAT, he should make it work with anybody, right?
Hey,
That's what I've been told.
You can't do it all by yourself, though. You can't do it all by
that's what
yourself.
I've been told.
If they would have kept Josh Gordon or Antonio Brown, they would be fine right now, but they don't have them. So he needs receivers.
The Patriots will have a challenge this week against the Kansas City Chiefs, a rematch of last year's AFC title game. Justin, who you got?
Even though we were singing that, they're struggling, I think they're fine. Patriots got this game.
That easy.
Yep.
Wow.
Simple as that.
Samory.
After all I just said, do you really think I'm going to pick the Patriots?
Of course not.
Absolutely not. Kansas City Chiefs, Pat Mahomes, he's going back to Foxborough. He remembers what happened in the AFC title game. He's going to throw for at least 400, at least.
We got KC and NE. You know who's kicking up? TB, taking the Patriots.
Look at all his acronyms. Breanna, who you got?
I'm taking the Patriots. I think if they don't win, I honestly think that their head coach is going to lose their head. It's going to be breaking news. Patriots lose their game.
So we all just had all that bad stuff to say about the Patriots. And you three.
all y'all picked them.
Yep. But you know what?
You don't bet against the Patriots. They're like, we're wrestling fans here.
Yeah.
Us 3 are wrestling fans. They're like Brock Lesnar. You don't bet against Brock Lesnar, all right?
He's
There
got
you
a
go.
point.
There you go.
He does
Got
have
a point. That's all for this episode of WP Sports Desk. We have one more episode for the decade next week. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SportsDeskWP. Thank you as always to our crew and studio manager Al Clarke. For all of us on the desk, I'm Dante Vocaturo. We'll see you next week.